Hey everyone! Welcome to this video on how to carry on a romantic conversation. Whether you're in a new relationship or have been together for a while, having meaningful and engaging conversations with your partner can help deepen your connection and keep the spark alive. In this video, I'll share some tips and examples of how to have romantic conversations that will leave you and your partner feeling more connected and in love. So let's get started. Tip 1. Ask open-ended questions. One of the best ways to get a conversation going is to ask open-ended questions. These are questions that require more than a yes or no answer and allow your partner to share their thoughts, feelings, and experiences with you. For example, instead of asking, "Did you have a good day?" try asking, "What was the best part of your day today?" or "What's been on your mind lately?" This will give your partner the opportunity to open up and share more about themselves, and show that you're interested in hearing what they have to say. Tip 2. Listen actively. Once you've asked a question, it's important to listen actively to your partner's response. This means paying attention to what they're saying, asking follow-up questions, and showing empathy and understanding. Avoid interrupting or trying to steer the conversation in a different direction, and instead focus on what your partner is saying. For example, if they share that they had a stressful day at work, you could ask, "That sounds tough. What specifically made it stressful?" Or, "How did you manage to cope with the stress?" Tip 3. Share your own experiences and feelings. While it's important to listen to your partner, it's also important to share your own experiences and feelings. This can help create a sense of intimacy and vulnerability, and show that you trust and respect your partner enough to open up to them. For example, if your partner shares that they're feeling anxious about an upcoming event, you could say, "I can understand how you feel. I get anxious too sometimes. For me, taking deep breaths and going for a walk helps." What works for you when you're feeling anxious? Tip 4. Use positive language and affirmations. Finally, using positive language and affirmations can help create a loving and supportive atmosphere during your conversations. This means focusing on what you appreciate and love about your partner, and using words that convey your admiration and affection. For example, instead of saying, "I don't like it when you do that," you could say, "I really appreciate it when you do this" instead. Or you could say, "I just want you to know how much I love you and appreciate everything you do for me." Tip 5. Be present in the moment. It's important to be present in the moment when you're having a conversation with your partner. This means putting away any distractions, like your phone or TV, and giving your partner your full attention. Being present can help you connect more deeply with your partner and show that you value their time and presence. Tip 6. Practice active listening. Active listening is a skill that involves fully engaging with your partner and showing that you understand and empathize with their thoughts and feelings. This means paying attention to nonverbal cues, like facial expressions and body language, as well as what they're saying. You can practice active listening by repeating back what your partner says to you, summarizing their thoughts, and asking clarifying questions. Tip 7. Embrace vulnerability. Having meaningful conversations with your partner often involves sharing vulnerable thoughts and feelings. It's important to create a safe space where both partners can share without fear of judgment or criticism. When you share vulnerable thoughts and feelings, you invite your partner to do the same, which can deepen your emotional connection. Tip 8. Keep the conversation light and playful. While it's important to have deep and meaningful conversations with your partner, it's also important to keep things light and playful. Laughing and having fun together can help strengthen your bond and bring joy to your relationship. So don't be afraid to tell a joke, share a funny story, or play a silly game during your romantic conversations. Tip 9. Be patient and understanding. Sometimes, it can be challenging to have a romantic conversation, especially if one or both partners are feeling stressed or overwhelmed. It's important to be patient and understanding during these times, and to avoid getting defensive or dismissive. Instead, try to be empathetic and supportive, and offer to take a break or continue the conversation later when both partners are feeling more relaxed. Tip 10. Don't be afraid to disagree. It's natural for partners to have different opinions and perspectives on certain topics. Don't be afraid to disagree with your partner, but make sure to do so in a respectful and non-judgmental way. Try to understand their point of view and find common ground, rather than getting defensive or dismissive. Tip 11. Be patient. Romantic conversations can sometimes be difficult or awkward, especially if you're not used to talking about your feelings or emotions. Be patient with yourself and your partner, and don't expect everything to go perfectly the first time. Remember that building emotional intimacy takes time and practice, and be willing to put in the effort to create a stronger connection with your partner. Tip 12. Practice active self-disclosure. Sharing your own thoughts and feelings can help create a sense of mutual vulnerability and deepen your connection with your partner. Practice active self-disclosure by sharing something personal or meaningful with your partner, and encourage them to do the same. This can help build trust and intimacy between you, and create a more meaningful and fulfilling relationship. Tip 13. Avoid blame and defensiveness. When discussing sensitive topics, it's important to avoid blaming or becoming defensive. Remember that you and your partner are on the same team and are working towards a common goal. Instead of placing blame or becoming defensive, focus on finding solutions and ways to support each other. Tip 14. Take responsibility for your part. It's important to take responsibility for your own actions and emotions in a romantic conversation. Acknowledge your role in the situation and express how you can work to improve it. Taking responsibility can help create a more positive and constructive conversation, and show your partner that you're committed to making things better. Tip 15. Show physical affection. Physical affection, such as holding hands or hugging, can be a powerful way to reinforce your love and connection during a romantic conversation. It can also help ease tension and anxiety, and make you and your partner feel more comfortable and relaxed. Tip 16. Practice active problem solving. If you're discussing a problem or issue during your romantic conversation, make sure to practice active problem solving. Work together to find solutions and brainstorm ways to improve the situation. Remember that you're both on the same team and are working towards a common goal. Tip 17. Don't expect perfection. Remember that having a romantic conversation is a process, and it's okay if things don't go perfectly. Be patient with yourself and your partner, and try to focus on the progress you're making rather than expecting perfection. With practice and effort, carrying on a romantic conversation can become easier and more natural over time. I hope these tips are helpful in carrying on a romantic conversation with your partner. Remember, communication is key in any relationship, and having regular, meaningful conversations can help keep your relationship strong and healthy. Outro. So there you have it, some tips and examples of how to carry on a romantic conversation with your partner. Remember to ask open-ended questions, listen actively, share your own experiences and feelings, and use positive language and affirmations. These are just some ideas, so feel free to adapt them to your own relationship and communication style. And above all, have fun and enjoy getting to know your partner on a deeper level. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.